follow. Number one, avoid preference for profit over understanding the business. Export business is profitable, particularly if you are doing value-added goods. But learn about it first, and you might not make a lot of profit when you start. As you learn it, you can begin to minimize your cost, minimize dependence on people that are charging for their services, and then begin to make more money from it. So first of all, focus on understanding the business. Build a business, not an investment. Let me give you an example. Don't come into export with the mindset that I'm looking for someone to give me contract. If someone can give me a contract, I want to buy a contract. That is an investment. That is not a business. You should learn to get that contract yourself. Don't rely on someone that you just give money to do the business, or someone that you buy contract from because you can't get it yourself. Imagine you are doing a business. The people that are buying your goods, you don't know how to get them. You have to rely on someone to get it for you. So if you rely on that person and get it this year, next year you rely on the person. If the person is not doing, you don't know what to do, you should do it yourself. It's not rocket science. You can do it. I will show you the principle, and then you can go from there. That's the next thing I'm going to talk about. I know a number of people mention it, so I decided to adjust my slide to make it part of the thing I'll talk about before I take my leave. So it's important. It's extremely, extremely important that you learn how to find buyer yourself. You know, it was a major issue for us as a business. We realized that it was a major challenge for many people. You know what we did? Last year, we launched this product, How to Find Buyer. And it was deliberate to be able to give people what it takes so that you will know what it takes. How do you go about finding buyer yourself? You can find buyer yourself. You don't need someone. It's a lot of work, no doubt. It's a lot of work. But if you get it, you get it. And when you get it, what you need to do now is to see how you can do it. Have buyer in 2 or 3 locations or 2 or 3 buyers so that you can be shipping every time. You don't wait when you ship then until the person needs another contract before you do the next shipment. So you want to be as independent as possible in this business yourself. Delay will occur and be prolonged. Crave for knowledge rather than transaction. 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 Don't just be interested in transaction. Know it well. Ladies and gentlemen, export is knowledge intensive. Export is knowledge intensive. Export is knowledge intensive. Export is knowledge intensive. Please, learn all you can. The more you know, the easier it is to do the business. Crave for knowledge rather than the transaction. You will get the transaction if you learn what to do. You will get the transaction if you learn what to do. Delay will occur and be prolonged for months. Be prepared. Nigeria sometimes can be funny. You can have delay entering a papa. Your truck is coming, has delay on the road. There are some delays that are just unreasonable. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the reality of Nigeria. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens. If you're in business, you understand what I'm talking about. Export is a process, not a transaction. From stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3, the first thing you need to learn to do is to be ready. Export readiness. Export readiness. Export readiness. Export readiness. And I will talk about the concept of export readiness. It's important that you are ready. Focus on credibility, companion, and competence being acquired rather than cash. Focus on credibility, companion, and competence. Credibility, if you are credible, you will get buyers. If you have good relationship, you will get buyers. Don't be, in as much as one of the goals is to be profitable, but don't be driven only by the profit. Be driven by building credibility with the buyers. Building relationship with the buyers. Give room for unforeseen circumstances in all your estimation. Have a long-term view of the business you want to build. Invest in promotion of your product using both online and offline options. Invest in promotion, and I'll talk about that later on. Invest in promotion of your product using both online and offline options. Invest in promotion. Invest in promotion. Invest in promotion of your product. It's a lot of cost to invest in promotion, but it is an investment. In my opinion, it's not really a cost, it's rather an investment. Invest in promotion. Jumping the gun to export without export readiness assessment could be dangerous. Jumping the gun to export without export readiness assessment could be dangerous. Please do your export. The reason we made it available free is so that people will not say, oh, it's because of the money. If we are going to charge for the assessment, you are supposed to pay 50,000 naira if we are charging for the assessment. But we are making it available free of charge, and it is deliberate. Immediately you have diagnosed yourself and you know, okay, these are the area I lack readiness. These are the area, when you see those areas, then go and improve on them. So that you can know that, okay, I've diagnosed myself and my business. I've seen the area where there is gap I'm lacking. Then I go there I diagnose myself. And then fix it. Apply the right treatment. Fix it. Apply the right treatment. Knowledge is a critical success factor in export trade. Knowledge. Let the fact about the business guide your decision, not the rumor. Some people say, export, it's too dangerous, so don't do it. But some people have been doing it for many years. They've just been able to learn what they need to do to minimize their risk as much as possible. Your job is to be able to learn what you need to do to minimize your risk also. I've been monitoring export data in Nigeria since 2006. There are some businesses I see on that list since 2006 till date. But many businesses have come and gone. Over 15,000 businesses are registered for export in Nigeria. 2022, 1,172 exported. Last year, we are still waiting for the data from NPC to know how many. I don't expect it to be up to 1,200. I don't. Why? Because people come in and rush in. And then they rush out. Because they think it's like buying product from Kano. So if you're buying product from Kano, what do you need to do? Just go to Kano, put it on the truck, and come to Lagos. Forgetting I'm going to cross borders. Forgetting I'm going to deal with people with other mindset, other culture, other environment. Mentoring will only support you, and it's good you do mentoring, but to learn and minimize delay. Mentoring will support to learn and minimize delay. That means there could still be delay even though you have mentor working with you. Note that waiting for delay builds your character in life and business. So the delay is not entirely bad. Operate within the ambit of the law. There are export prohibition. Export prohibition. Corn is prohibited for export. Scrap metal is prohibited for export. Unprocessed rubber is prohibited for export. Wood, log wood is prohibited for export. Animals, endangered species animals like lion, zebra, lizard are prohibited for export. Artifacts and antiquities are prohibited for export. Imported goods are prohibited for export. Operate within the ambit of the law and regulation of the business. Purpose beyond profit should guide your business decision. Quitting a business because of challenge shows that you are not ready for the business environment. If you are a businessman in Nigeria, you agree with me the challenges, so you'll be used to challenges already. So you can't quit because of that. People are solving those problems and still exporting in spite of those challenges. Remember, the big profit that glitter on paper is not always gold in reality. Exchange rate has made export attractive. I'm sure you can make 20% or more, much more actually. I'm just being conservative. Depending on the product you are exporting and your negotiation with the buyer. You can actually make 20, some people are making 30, 40, 50% return on investment on export because of exchange rate. Take decision based on advice of a mentor to guide you. That means you need a mentor to guide you. That means you need a mentor to guide you. Take decision based on advice of the mentor. Have someone you talk to that can advise you. This is not, take a decision based on advice of mentors. What I mean by that is have someone, this is not just about export. If you are doing any business, ensure you have someone who have done that business before that you can always defer to and ask questions whenever you have questions. Ensure you have someone. You might need to pay for it, but it's good. It will save you a lot of headache.